can't even see him from the view. Got my checker and
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Bears and the Lions coming up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Fields now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Romeo Okwara able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. To try again after the sack. Fields. Forced out to his left. Powering his way forward. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there. But you're exactly right. The game's kind of evolving in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quarterback is rapidly becoming an extra running back as well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Fields. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. This is Jakeem Grant. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Curran. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no run play, won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown? The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Curran. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and 9. Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Ty Long now to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Let's go! Let's go!
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Off the play fake, Curran. And this one taken in by Cephas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Off play action. Curran. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Let's go!
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd down at 5. Off the play fake. Curran. And it's caught. Touchdown. Quintez Cephas. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Bears.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Here we go!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. first down now, but the clock continues to move. Buying time to us, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. From the 50, here's Fields.
That's caught by Montgomery. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Now Fields.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
They snap it to Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
To throw is Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Throwing again is Fields.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Levi Onwuzurike.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all... And we will skip the highlights show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw on 3rd down. Curran toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Curran. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Curran. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Williams again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now it's Fields.
Going deep for Montgomery. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. first down. Swift, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Off play action. Curran. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. A little bit of a break for the offense for that football going out of bounds. Remember, they haven't turned it over yet, Charles.
Yeah, and they've taken care of the ball so well, they had to feel good about their chances and their opportunities. Remember the old adage, the team making the fewest mistakes will win? They almost cost themselves with that one.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Looking to throw. Curran. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and 2, Curran. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Seibert's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Fields throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Allen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. A shotgun snap, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Walker on the tackle. First down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Second down and goal. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've... Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, Swift, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and 2, Curran. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Curran. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. KJ Osborne, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. Caught by Montgomery. A 1st down and then some for Montgomery. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Off the play fake. Curran. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 4 quarters not enough for all even. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a first throw here in overtime. That's complete to Mooney. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13, but it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Running left, Montgomery. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a competent thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the...
There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish